Robbie, it's National Superhero Day, didn't you know?
Sports losers.
Amazing. Symbol for hope, Robbie. It's not just an S, it means hope. It's the House of L.
Yeah,
Superhero Day! Yay!
Yeah, House of L, House of Losers. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 108 of On a Couch Talking Sports. As always, I'm Robbie. This is Kyle. Kyle, good to see you. Happy Friday. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great, Robbie. You know why?
It's Friday.
Oh, not just any Friday, Robbie. It's National Superhero Friday. Bam! That's why I've come to celebrate with this guy right here. Robbie loves superheroes. He watches every superhero movie ever.
I can't. I just can't. It's just no. But anyway,
I admit it. It's okay.
But anyway, we hope everybody enjoyed our second ever, I should say, because it hasn't really annual.
It's like a
semi-annual couch edition of the Couchies.
Whenever we feel like it.
Annual. Yeah. It really, there's no rhyme or reason to it.
No.
But we hope everybody enjoyed it nonetheless. And again, congratulations to the winners.
Good job, guys.
Of the Couchie Awards. We hope you enjoyed your various mythical prizes that you won.
The tissue box was especially hard to get. I had to go to two CVS's to find. Well, no, I didn't even shop for them. So what am I saying?
Yeah, but so for tonight's episode, we've talked about a lot of things in our first 107 episodes on a Couch Talking Sports. Well, plus if you count the special episodes. But so we've talked about a lot of things. But the one thing we have not mentioned up until this point is our own personal brushes with fame. That's right. Because tonight we're going to talk about some once-in-a-lifetime experiences Kyle and I have both had meeting and greeting professional athletes. It's going to be a good time. Awesome. Let's get right into it. Kyle, who are some professional athletes, again, past or present, who you have had the great fortune of meeting during your time on planet Earth?
Well, there was the one time when I met up with the famous football star, Mehcad Brooks, who played Jimmy Olsen on Supergirl. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You were talking about... Oh, okay. Sorry. Real athletes. No, I'm sorry. I'm sure he's a great athlete. But anyways, okay, sorry, that's just random. I'll start off with the Red Sox. I've actually met a lot of Red Sox players over my time. I'm going to start when I was really young. I might have mentioned this on an episode before. I actually met, this was during spring training. I went to Florida when I was about, I want to say 7 or 8, right around like first, second grade. I went and I got an autograph from Shane Mack, so I thought that was pretty cool. Got to see him up close and personal and all that stuff. And
very nice.
I didn't really get to talk to him, so there's not a whole lot to say about that, but, it was still cool saying
it happened.
Said hi.
It happened. That's the most important thing.
Exactly. So that was really neat. The other one was... so Robbie's probably going to get into a little more detail about this one.
You're going to steal mine. I know it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave you guys in suspense. The other Red Sox player that I've met, Robbie's going to talk about in a little bit, and you're about to find out who that is. So it's a pretty cool story. So I think you guys will like to hear that. So a few Red Sox players here and there. I also met actually. So I don't know if I think I told you this a while ago. When I was in, I want to say about 8th, 9th grade. Actually, no, 7th, 8th grade. I went to a basketball camp down Cape Cod. And it was like a week camp, and it was run by Casey Jones.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Who has, if you guys didn't know, he used to play for the Celtics way back when, and he honestly, like, I loved going to his camp. I went there, I want to say 2 summers in a row, and he was just one of the nicest guys I've ever met. very down to earth. He had a lot of great tips about like shooting. He actually helped me make some better shots those years, so that was a plus too. Just a really great guy to talk to. I just love seeing him every day. He was just just very personable, very nice, very relaxed. So yeah.
Nice. Anybody else?
Oh, any athlete wise? I don't think I have many Bruins. I visited the Red Sox one time. I went to see their trophy, so it's not exactly meaning an athlete, but I saw the thing that the athletes held when they won the 2004 trophy, so that was pretty cool. Other than that, if I think of some more, I'll let you guys know. But for now, I think that about wraps it up for me. So
that's a couple of pretty good ones.
Yeah.
It's that's nice.
Yeah.
That's very nice. I don't know where I was going with that thought, but it's very nice. Very nice. But so for me, I've actually, if I really think back around my entire life, I've actually met, quote unquote, met one past or current member of every professional sports league, which is pretty cool. So I'll start off with football. When I was in elementary school, a friend of mine, who you know, Alex Stone.
Yes. Oh, yeah, of course. Friend of ours.
Yeah, he and his family were good friends with a former NFL player named Greg Camella, whose family owns Camella's Pizza, located several locations in the greater Boston area. Really good pizza, by the way.
Yeah, terrific.
You should definitely go and try Camella's if you haven't done so already.
I still like the pasta the best myself.
Yeah,
their pizza is still like exceptional.
And their sandwiches are excellent. Really, you really can't go wrong.
Yeah, pretty much anything. Despite it being because you're right, it's like a chain, but it's really good. But anyway, sorry.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. But Alex Stone and his family had a bunch of us down to one of the local parks, one of the local playgrounds, one afternoon, and we actually got to play football with Greg Camella and another former NFL player. I forget the other guy's name. Nice. But and Greg Camella actually played on the New York Giants and went to a Super Bowl. Lost, unfortunately, the Baltimore Ravens, but had a pretty good NFL career, and now coaches football in Wellesley, at the youth level. Still lives in town and has kids and stuff like that. Are in the Wellesley schools and Wellesley youth football and stuff like that. So he's still definitely around. So that was pretty cool. So that was my only real football interaction. Hockey, I did get to meet Ray Bourque of the Bruins. He used to play for the Bruins. He had an autograph signing at the Natick Mall, and my dad and I went and got a bunch of stuff signed. I still have the signed memorabilia sort of framed up in my bedroom, which is pretty cool. Nice. So
how long ago was that?
So it was right after he won his one and only Stanley Cup, which was with the Colorado Avalanche. So it was probably, I want to say maybe 2001, maybe 2002, something like that. So like late elementary, early middle school, perhaps. I'd have to check the exacts on that, but it was somewhere around. So it was somewhere around then. Yes. All right. So then, basketball. I actually had the opportunity on a couple of occasions to both see and subsequently meet ML Carr, who used to play for the Celtics. This was, he played back in like the 60s and 70s, I believe. And the first time was actually at the Longfellow Sports Club in Natick.
Oh, wow. I haven't been there.
I was there at a friend's birthday party in elementary school, and he was there, and a bunch of my friends went up to, meet him and get an autograph. And I was kind of my sort of shy elementary school stuff, so I sort of stayed back. But then a couple weeks later, my mom and I were actually at a local pharmacy, and he was in there, and he actually signed the back of a lottery ticket for me, which I still have, I believe, which was pretty cool. And then, so that's it for basketball. That was pretty cool. I didn't actually, I'll be honest, I didn't actually go. It was my mom who actually like met him technically because I was still in the car, but I got the autograph, so that counts in my book.
Nice.
All right, so now for baseball, which before I get to the one that Kyle was kind of leaving you guys in suspense about earlier, I'm gonna get to two that happened again back in sort of elementary school.
Okay.
The first happened at a Red Sox game. Back when I was in elementary school, a lot of times when I would go to Red Sox games, I would like kind of go down and stand along the like very low bleachers because during batting practice players would throw up the baseballs to fans and stuff like that. So I would sort of go and with my glove and try and get a ball from a player. And this former outfielder for the Texas Rangers named Rusty Greer, it was down the left field line, and he was he was catching the batting practice balls down left field, and he actually tossed me a baseball, and which was pretty cool.
Nice.
And then I
That's awesome.
subsequently sent it to him, and he autographed it. So that was pretty cool.
Even better.
Yeah. Now my best, most memorable autograph signing, again, and sort of meet and greet with a professional athlete, again, came in elementary school. I know you're sensing a pattern here. Apparently, I met all the stars in elementary school. No, what was I going to say? No, so I was actually at a rug shop in Natick with my mom, my grandmother, and my sister, who at that time was like, a toddler.
Okay.
And we actually met a former pitcher for the Boston Red Sox. Well, he was actually a current player at the time, but now he's obviously long since retired. His name was, his name was Jim Corsi.
Oh.
He used to be a relief pitcher for the Red Sox.
I've heard of that name before, yeah.
I probably have told you that story before. And it was funny because I immediately knew it was him because like we got out of the car and he got out of his truck at the same time. And then my mom actually thought he was a rug installer. So, we went in, and I was kind of like, again, just being kind of my shy self. So my mom actually like went up and asked him, are you Jim Corsi? He was like, yeah. So he actually went out to his truck and signed a baseball for me. And I still have that to this day, which is really, really cool. It's probably one of my most prized possessions, which is great. And then I've met some other baseball players over the years because the Red Sox used to have this like thing where you could go and like during the winter time and they'd have certain players like signing autographs in like this little room. So like I've done that before. I can't remember exactly who. Yeah. But all right, so now to get back to the one that Kyle was referencing, which actually just happened last summer.
Yeah, it
was about a year ago, or maybe like a little less than a year ago.
Yeah, you're right.
So Kyle and I had the opportunity. Actually, if you watch our show regularly, you'll probably recognize the story because we did a show about
a
recap of it. So back in I think it was July or August. It was either July or August.
Yeah.
The town of Wellesley hosted like a Red Sox Fun Day, a Monster Fun Day, I think it was called, where there were a bunch of like games and activities and food and stuff like that. But there was also
free music.
Yes. Yeah, and free music too. Baseball and sports related music, which was pretty cool.
And the radio stations were giving out free CDs, like they had.
I know you got a couple of really good ones.
Yeah, nailed it.
So, but also as part of that was the opportunity to get autographs signed by both Louis Tiant and Jason Varitek. Now we did not, unfortunately, we got there kind of late to do Louis Tiant, but we did get to meet and get pictures signed by Jason Varitek. Get our picture taken with Jason Varitek, which was really, really cool. It was just an awesome experience. I think you would agree, Kyle.
He seemed like a pretty cool guy. I know he had a big line of people he had to talk to, so he couldn't chat with us for very long. But he seemed he seemed pretty awesome. So that was just a great experience overall.
It was great. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it's just, I hope Wellesley does something like that again. Even next time with different players, because that was just something that was really cool to like go and experience. Like, again, Jason Varitek is a player, that I grew up watching and, played, on to my high school and college days and was great player, the captain of the Red Sox for several years and World Series champion. And just the fact that we even got to just get our picture taken with him and get an autograph is something that I won't soon forget, obviously. It definitely was just a really cool experience.
Yes.
Now, if you don't mind, before we wrap up here, I do have two. These weren't actually me, but I do
actually, I have an extra one too. But
do you mind if I do my two? Just sort of again, these are not actually me, but I figured they were worth pointing them out there because I'm connected to them.
Yep.
So the first one has to do with baseball. One of my jobs that I hold currently is I teach baseball actually at Frozen Ropes in Natick, Massachusetts. Shout out Frozen Ropes. And back a few years ago, I forget how many years ago exactly it was. It was at least 2-3 years ago.
Okay.
A former pitcher for the Red Sox, Daisuke Matsuzaka.
Oh, Daisuke!
Actually
Daisuke.
frequented our facility. And it's funny. I mean, I wasn't there. I wasn't there when he actually showed up. But I will say this is that I actually taught his son in a couple of baseball classes. Yeah, so I've actually unofficially connected with Daisuke. But yeah, he actually frequented the facility. And the other one has to do with my mom, actually. Okay. Hi, Mom. She actually met Doug Flutie back when he was back when he was playing in the NFL. He had an autograph signing at Longfellow Sports Club.
And he lives around the area.
Yeah, he lives in Natick. Yeah, my mom went, but of course it was really busy. But as she was in the parking lot, and sure enough, getting out of his car when she was pulling through was Doug Flutie. So she literally, ran up to him and was able to get him to sign a Wheaties box for myself, or mostly my dad, but for myself as well. So those are sort of just my two. Again, wasn't directly me meeting somebody, but still was. Still was a good connection. So what was the one that you? Well,
really quickly, it's funny that you mentioned Doug Flutie, because I remember back in back when we went to high school, he actually had couple, I think, nephews that used to go to our high school. So sometimes he would actually
they would.
Sorry, they went to Natick High School. Yeah, they would travel to our high school to play.
Yeah, you played against two of them because you would have played against Billy Flutie. Freshman, sophomore year, and then I believe senior year, Brett Flutie would have been on the team.
Yeah.
So yes, you would have played against two of them, which is pretty cool.
That's crazy. Yeah, now that I think about it, wow, you're right. Yeah, he would usually show up. Like some people would see him in the bleachers, they'd be like, "Oh, that's Doug Flutie." So that was pretty cool.
Because actually his brother, who's the father of all three of the Flutie nephews that went through Natick High School, was actually an assistant coach on the Natick team for many years. No so
cool.
He there's a big Flutie connection still to the Natick football program. Nice. That's for sure.
There you go. Actually, it's funny that now that we're on the subject of football still, that was actually kind of what my story was related to. So not really me, but my dad. When he was playing football back in college, he actually he was on the same team as Russell Wilson's father, which I think is kind of cool. So
I think you told me that story. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like I just thought it was something cool to mention because I was like, because every time we see like the Seahawks playing, he goes, "Yep, I knew his father." So I thought that was just kind of a cool connection to talk about. So
actually, there's one other. There's actually two others. Now it's funny as we're going through this. Am I thinking of other ones? These are the last two, I promise. So because I would be remiss if I mentioned that. No, he only played in the major league. He's only played in the major leagues for one full season, but it still counts.
That's okay.
Nate Fryman, who used to go to Wellesley High School. He was a senior when we were freshmen. And actually,
I knew his younger brother. Yeah.
Eli Fryman. But Nate and I actually go way back. We both went to the same baseball camp together, and we're both on the high school newspaper for a year. And
nice.
He's a really great guy, and I actually reconnected with him briefly. They had a congratulatory event for him at Wellesley High School after the year he was on the Oakland Athletics, and I went up to him afterwards, and he actually gave me a nice big hug. So it's like I can actually say I've been hugged by a major leaguer, which is a pretty cool thing. And the other one I just wanted to mention briefly was I didn't actually meet this person, but Steve Hauschka, who used to be a kicker for the Seattle Seahawks, and I forget what team he's on now, actually signed a football for me. His family is good friends with my girlfriend Maddie's family. Hi, Maddie. And so he actually signed a football for me, and she gave it to me for Christmas. And now I have 2 Christmases ago, and so now I have that up in my room, and it's a very awesome possession. I value it very much. So
rock on.
Yeah. So that's it. That's it for me. I'm not going to be thinking of any others. I promise. But no, that was good. That was We had a lot. We had a lot of brushes. Even if sort of not directly. You know, we certainly had our good fair share of brushes with fame.
Well, actually, even I'm just gonna do this one little quick point. I know, like you said, we just keep like. So I was kind of half joking at the beginning when I said I met this actor Makad Brooks, who he's an actor. He's really I don't think he played in any sports, but it was funny because he actually did play a character I think on Friday Night Lights.
Oh, okay.
The TV show, I believe.
Probably. I mean, there was a movie and a TV show.
It wasn't. I don't think it was the movie.
So,
I think it was
the TV show.
The TV show. I'm pretty because he was also on True Blood. He's been on True Blood, Supergirl, as Jimmy Olsen, as we know, and he was also on.
This is the nerd portion of ours.
Kind of, but
Kyle.
but he was a nice guy though. He was. I found out that he was because I remember showing. I went to Comic-Con back in the fall, and I showed you the picture of him, Robbie, and you were like,
you did? That's right. No, he was the guy, he also played, a receiver on some other football-related show on
so
the
it wasn't
USA
Friday Night Lights.
Network. Yeah.
It was a different one.
I forget what the name of it was off the top of my head. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, but I thought that was kind of funny sports connection.
That was pretty good.
An actor who played a football player, so that was kind of cool.
It's better than nothing. But yeah, so that was all. And if you guys have any players that you've met over the years, feel free to, again, drop us a comment on any platform of social media. We would love to hear about your brushes with pro athletes. That would be really cool if anybody's met anybody or anything like that. So to wrap up our episode, we are going to do something that we actually haven't done in a little while. Our monologues. And my monologue is sort of a 2-part monologue. It's actually just something that just came to mind. One is that I actually have another indirect connection to a professional athlete. That's David Ortiz, actually. Because my sister actually met David Ortiz at a little cafe in Wellesley. I actually got her picture taken with him. So
isn't that when La Riviera?
La Riviera, yeah. So she got her picture taken with him, and I was extremely jealous. But yes, and then my other point is that I just wanted to throw a quick shout out to the Boston Celtics, who are currently in the midst of their first round playoff series with the Bulls. They're leading 3-2. They're actually leading at halftime tonight in Game 6 with a chance to close out the series. So and move on to the next round. So I just wanted to say, keep it going, Celtics. Boston is as always. Boston is as always behind you. So
there you go.
You go, boys. And Kyle, you got anything for us?
Happy Superhero Day! Yay!
That's all right. We all know he's a man of few words when it comes to these monologues, but that's all right. We'll let you slide. All right, so. That is going to do it for episode number 108 of On a Couch Talking Sports. As always, He's Kyle. I'm Robbie, signing off from the couch. We will see you next time for episode number 109. Bye, everybody.